Let's solve this exponential. The first thing to do is to take the log or the natural log. Doesn't really matter. I'm going to do the natural log just because it's less letters, ln. Take the natural log of both sides. And the reason we do that is because that allows you to bring the exponents down to the front. And that's what we wanted. We want to get that exponent down to the front.
Right.
Now be careful when you do that, put parentheses around it, otherwise you're going to make a mistake.
Okay.
Whoops. So that equals x minus 2 ln of 7. Now my goal is to get the x by itself. And in order to get the x by itself, I have to get it out of the parentheses. How do I get it out of the parentheses?
You got to distribute the natural log of 7.
Yep, exactly. Distribute them in. So this is x ln of 4 plus 2 ln of 4 equals x ln of 7 minus 2 ln of 7. Now I want to get the x's together. Those two need to be on the same side, and the other things are on the opposite side. So I'll just move this to the left by subtracting an x ln of 7, and at the same time I'll move this to the right. So it's negative 2 ln of 7 minus 2 ln of 4. Okay? And now I want to factor out an x. Factoring out an x will give me ln of 4 minus ln of 7 equals. Now, at the very beginning, I'm looking back, I'm recognizing I probably could have back one step further. I could have taken, and I'm going to go ahead and do that retroactively, taken this 2 and that 2 and put it up to the top and made it 16.
Oh, yeah.
That actually would have been a little bit easier if I had recognized that. Doesn't really matter, to be honest.
No.
Doesn't really make that big of a difference. Actually, maybe I won't even do that because now I'm almost done. Now I'm just going to divide both sides by ln 4 minus ln of 7. Dependent on what your teacher accepts, this is usually an acceptable answer, just to leave the negative 2 ln of 7 minus 2 ln 4 all over ln 4 minus ln 7. And one of the hard things is for you is a lot of times to know what you're allowed to do, how you're allowed to leave your answer. But that's probably a sufficient answer. You could write it a couple different ways. The key is that you can't really don't try to cancel these things out. You can't cancel that and that because those are terms. You can't do that. A lot of people make mistakes like that. You can't cancel terms, just like you couldn't cancel, like if you had a plus b over a minus b. You can't cancel any of that out. It just wouldn't make sense. All right, so that's the answer. One way you can check it is store it. Use your store button. Punch that in, store it in for x, and then rewrite each one of those equations, 4 to the x plus 2, and then 7 to the x minus 2, and it should give you the same answer. In fact, you should always check it to make sure that that works. So I'll do that right now.
All right.
And as I checked it on my own, it did in fact work.